Oh, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's not a podcast, it's the Slamcast. Coming to you. Well, I was going to say where we're coming to you live from, but I came up a little short on that idea. No inspiration came to me. I failed, dude. I'm sorry.
Oh, boy.
The terrible intros continue on the worst podcast ever. Welcome to Slamcast.
Yeah, how the hell are we going to win a Grammy like this? Fuck.
I don't know. Jesus. We are both no bow riders, put it that way.
Ooh, yeah.
Damn. But on that note, how are you, Nick?
I'm good.
Two-man
Lucha Underground's back. I'm happy.
Yeah, the two-man booth is in effect. It's just me and Nick. Because there's really... I mean, I would call this a slow news week, but there was one big morsel of news. One big morsel of good news. Couple of bits of bad news that we're going to get out of the way first.
Yeah.
But then we're going to talk about a couple of good things first. One kind of weird thing, but then we're going to talk about one really good thing that happened, and you pretty much know what that one good thing is.
Yes.
Hashtag Shinsuke Nakamura love fest later.
Yow.
Oh yeah, yow all the time, baby. I guess I should start with this one first. I mean, when this story broke yesterday, you get this feelings of your own mortality, and when you see your heroes growing up suffer through real life adversity and real life struggle. It makes you not only feel for them, but you feel your own mortality. The rest of the Slamcast family extends their deepest support to Brett and the rest of the Hart family as they support him in his fight with prostate cancer. I hate to come out and immediately say the silver lining, something like that, but Brett being the person of stature that he is, both in Canada and the United States, could be something that could bring prostate cancer research and prostate cancer awareness to the forefront. So maybe that's the one silver lining that could come from this. This is just me, the eternal optimist. Obviously, I wish nothing but a speedy recovery for somebody who was absolutely one of my childhood heroes growing up, and I know I do kind of we make the 4 out of 10 joke a lot, but I wouldn't be doing this podcast if it wasn't for Bret Hart, without a doubt. I wouldn't be a wrestling fan still to this day if it wasn't for Bret Hart. One of the first matches I ever watched was Bret Hart versus Mr. Perfect at Madison Square Garden. So this one really hit home. So
yeah. Fuck cancer. Fuck it.
Yeah,
fuck cancer. Fuck cancer. Fuck cancer. It's ridiculous.
It really is. I don't know, man. But letting the bad news train continues. If you notice by their absence on Raw and the story that broke shortly thereafter, the patriarch of the Wyndham family is apparently been given, I guess you could say, days to live. It's apparently gravely ill. Blackjack Lanza.
Mulligan,
sorry.
Jeez, we're fucking this up all around, are we?
Botchin'! This is the Botchamania special. I'm not going to redo it after that one, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
It's, like I said, this is the time when we just, I guess, the wrestling community, if you are a man of faith and a man of God, or woman of God listening to this podcast, pray to whoever you believe in. for them to have strength and clarity, and their family to have the peace of mind to stay with them through this tough time. I know the wrestling fan community is a strong one, so we will, I guess, soldier through this and help get each other through this. So it'll be good to see how they react in the coming days and weeks. I'm sure there'll be numerous prostate cancer events that Brett will do. So maybe this is not the worst thing that could happen. I guess that's a weird spin to take on it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a weird guy. What can you say?
Just trying to find the
I'm
positive.
I'm trying to find the silver lining, man.
Yes.
Because cancer's a fucking terrible thing, and I've known people who have not here because of prostate cancer. And if you're male of a certain age, and all of us are gonna probably have to do it at some point in time, just I stick my finger up my own ass for the sake of it anyway. I might be fine. Me and Kanye West got a thing in common.
Buncha.
Haha! Topical references.
God.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's. How'd you put it on Facebook? Cancer's no selling everyone's finishers and
no selling everyone's finisher and still going over strong in the end. So yes. I think going into business for himself. Man,
pretty much.
Someone needs to squash cancer's ego and really just take it out and deal with it. Damn you, science. Where are you when we need you? Like Hulk Hogan to come through and big boot and leg drop this problem.
Actually, I'd rather have Iron Sheik fucking the ass break its back.
I would rather, something. The Iron Sheik do something. If anybody can defeat cancer, it's certainly him.
Yes.
So like you said before, Lucha Underground is back, and it's had its first episode since its return. It's already been renewed for season 3, which is I think at this point mere formality.
Yeah, because they had the final round of tapings for for the Ultima Lucha special, and there was a meeting, and they announced, season 3.
I'm surprised they only renewed it for season 3. I'm surprised they didn't just give it 3 more seasons just to let this thing, because this is I would say right now, probably their flagship original program, and especially in the cable network landscape, having popular original programming is
key.
Gold, currency equivalent to gold.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's not surprising. What's surprising, and not at all surprises me, but is still a story. Someone showed Jim Cornette Lucha Underground. Now, again, you shouldn't be surprised with what Jim Cornette's reaction is. And at this point in time, it's literally this has become a farce. Like, Jim Cornette is allowed to have his opinions about wrestling, no matter if people say he's out of touch or whatever. Look, the guy has grown up, been in the business a long enough time where he sees it should be a certain way. Let's not try and there's nothing we could do that's going to change him. It's clearly just how he's going to see a certain thing. Whether or not he called Ricochet had more flips than the Chinese acrobat. I think was the words. I'm paraphrasing, of course.
Yeah.
This has been the gimmick in itself, like showing Jim Cornette something that he's clearly not going to like, and then printing his reaction or like posting his reaction as a story because like it's clearly a thing. Like I'm surprised Jim Cornette doesn't like death metal either. Like, I'm not gonna stop listening to it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you're telling me Jim Cornette doesn't like Lucha Underground. So what? The guy's entitled to his opinion.
Exactly. You damn sure better believe if Jim Cornette was offered a job to show up at Lucha Underground and to do, his gimmick or whatever, he'd be there with bells on it. He'd break out his finest tennis racket for it.
Yeah, he's gonna throw 110% into whatever he does. There's no question about that. Just
110%. 110%. My terrible Jim Cornette impersonation.
I
don't know what he was doing over there with all them flips.
I agree with Cornette on a lot of things. His hatred of Kevin Dunn and Vince Russo, I agree with. But this, yeah. It's Lucha Underground is obviously, you said it's a TV show with wrestling. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
It is a progressive professional wrestling program. That's what I would say. It's where it's a concept for a TV show based around professional wrestling, where like, in a lot of the same ways Monday Night Raw is too, where it's a variety show based around professional wrestling. Lucha Underground is more soap opera or telenovela, so to speak. Male telenovela.
And they get away with things that, well, if WWE or TNA
I wouldn't say they get away with it because there's no one stopping them. It's just like, all right, hey, we're gonna do this, and they get away with it in the sense that no one dies or gets hurt doing some of the things that they do.
People are legitimately murdered on this show. Like, if you think about it. But, like, some of the things that happen, like Drago disappearing in a fireball. Things like that.
Or the spot was the spot from the guy's office into the guy's ring or something like that. Who did that flip or something like that?
Let's see, because I know Morrison did a dive or a
there was a lot of
and Helico.
And Helico did that crazy fucking
that was in the trios match.
That's more than one. Definitely, you need 4 guys.
Yeah, there's shit that goes on that and just with I love the way it's shot, but there even with some of the gimmicks, you've got the Disciples of Death. You've got Katrina and her.
It's got a little bit of something for everybody as far as wrestling goes. It's got high flying action. It's got hard hitting, hardcore stuff.
Yeah,
it's got a compelling drama.
It's in a sense an alternative to WWE.
It truly is. It is I would say WWE's only legitimate competitor on.
I mean, it's also going to have the King of Dong style.
Yes, I cannot wait for that one. By the way, as spoiler alert, at some of the Lucha Underground tapings, there were people chanting, "Grab his dick."
A Cage, yes.
Grab his dick.
It's like, I realize that it's that moment when you realize.
This is the day and age we live in with the professional wrestling fans. We're chanting for another man to grab another man's dick.
That moment when you realize the
professional wrestling, and we're still saying professional wrestling is not at all homoerotic.
It's not gay, it's wrestling.
Okay, it's professional wrestling.
Here's the thing, that moment when you realize that the most over genitals in wrestling are no longer Vince McMahon's grapefruits. It's Joey Ryan's dick.
One of the most over things in professional wrestling right now is Joey Ryan's dick. That clip has become viral.
Yes.
It gets shared. It's probably a couple 100,000 new people probably see that clip every day.
Yeah.
That aren't wrestling fans. They at least are aware of who Joey Ryan is because they see that Joey Ryan is over because of that clip.
Yes. Yeah.
So weird.
Awesome too.
Oh. I also just love that that's now a style, like a shirt slogan, like the king of whatever, 3 bars, and then that person's name.
Yes.
Queen of cosplay, Leva Bates.
You've got,
King of Dong style.
Joey Ryan, King of Strong style, Shinsuke Nakamura. It's like
one of these days we'll put it King of Bong style randomly, and I'll work on it.
I mean, we've got see, that's what we need. We need a stable with you, Joey Ryan, and Nakamura.
The kings of wrestling. Yeah. So we'll call each other. Because no one else is using that name right now.
Mm-hmm. Probably get away with it.
By the way, I could totally do Chris Hero cosplay right now.
Nice.
I don't know, man. Enough about that. So we should go on to the good news. The lone good news. It's going to be a short episode this week, I guarantee you.
Pretty much.
There's not a whole lot to talk about. I mean, Raw was,
Sasha Banks looks like it's being set up for WrestleMania.
She's looking up to be the big face. I don't know if it's going to happen at Fastlane. I could definitely see that happening at WrestleMania.
I think I heard somewhere it's going to be Brie Bella versus Charlotte.
At WrestleMania, really?
No, at Fastlane.
Okay. God, because that'd be just the worst idea ever.
That'd be
That would be the worst Divas WrestleMania, possible Divas WrestleMania match ever. Like that's dropping the ball. Like if you have anybody other than one of Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, or Charlotte in that match, you drop the ball. That's your featured Divas match of the card. You can have maybe one other, but that's your featured Divas match.
It looks like, and that's what I'm hearing. It's gonna be Fastlane, Charlotte. So obviously Charlotte's going over, and then it looks like Sasha might.
Brie mode is my favorite mode.
I will say a side note to the parent that had his kid in the Bullet Club shirt at Raw.
Doing it
parenting
right.
Done right. Like
doing it right. Or I mean, maybe not. You're instilling your beliefs on your child. I'm not sure that kid has any knowledge of what the Bullet Club is, but at least I'm surprised they make Bullet Club shirts that size. Yeah. That's what I was surprised with. They really made Bullet Club shirts that small.
Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they're going to start complaining that Raw's back to sucking because his numbers were down. Well, let's face it, they wouldn't have The Rock there. It was the week after a pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
We're nowhere near the build yet. Brock Lesnar can only do so much.
Yes.
For the product at this point. Big Show is now a face, apparently. I mean, I don't know if anybody cares.
Hey, look, Big Show turned face. See, nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Nobody even feels bad that he gets beat up. Yeah, Big Show kind of deserves
whatever. It's Big Show.
It's Big Show. He kind of deserves that. He's been a dick. I was afraid that no one came out. Like, if I was expecting Brock Lesnar to come out and save him, like that's like usually what happens in that situation. Like, face comes out and saves the other guy from getting beat down by the heels.
Well, Brock did come out later in the night, and
yeah, but I mean, I think that would have served as a perfect opportunity to kick off that Wyatt feud if they wanted to.
Yeah, well, Bray wasn't even there, so neither was Bo Ryder.
No, but you don't need to have Bray there to at least
exactly. You could have sent the other Wyatts out to kick the shit out of Lesnar.
And I even heard that the plan for Lesnar at Fastlane is Luke Harper, not.
No, Lesnar. It's gonna be Lesnar, Hart, or Ambrose, Reigns.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I don't know. My bad.
I know. I was hearing like, the plan is Brock with Bray, and then
it was not Fastlane. There's gonna be a live special before WrestleMania.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
In Detroit, I think is where they're going to be, or something like that. Yeah, that's where it's gonna be. That's where I heard Brock versus Luke Harper.
Which sounds like a hell of a match.
That's gonna be an excellent match. I mean, I know Luke Harper stands no chance of going over, but
yeah, it's a fresh matchup.
Exactly, and if anybody that can hold their own against Brock Lesnar, throwing bombs, it's the big guy, the big LH.
The former, Brody Lee from Ring of Honor, blah blah blah.
Yeah, a guy who I think could be the quote unquote best big man in professional wrestling once the Undertaker decides to hang him up. Yeah, I'll go out and so far as say that. But yeah, it wasn't a bad Raw, wasn't a great Raw, wasn't a good Raw. It was just okay. It was a meh.
It was Raw.
It was a Raw. It was highlighted, in my opinion, by an excellent New Day promo at the end.
Of course.
New Day continuing their flawless work week in, week out. Hashtag New Day appreciation segment.
Yes.
We're gonna beat up. We have a problem with The Rock, so we're gonna beat up The Rock's cousin and The Rock's cousin's friend.
Yes, because it's New Day.
Yep. And New Day rocks. So the big story that happened, like,
oh god, yes,
almost made me want to re-record the episode, but it was pretty much already done with when it broke. He is coming. The king of strong style is coming to the WWE.
Oh God.
Oh my God, it's actually happening. Oh, see,
It's
it's
actually fucking happening. Yes.
I I am looking up flights to Dallas on the regular as we speak. Like, I'm trying to get my financial house in order to see if possibly maybe I could go be in Dallas and be in the American Airlines Arena. I'm assuming that's where this is going to be
Mm-hmm.
uh, for this match, for this event, because this is something you want to be in the building for.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, when the story first broke as a possibility, I was apprehensive but excited. Now I'm full on like glee. I'm just like, oh boy, what's gonna happen? Are they gonna have the theme song? Is he gonna be the same guy? I mean, I'm hoping all these things. I have faith, but now it's like kind of creeping in the back of my head that the voice is saying, oh well, is he really gonna do things that are gonna make American crowds react? I mean, I know that first NXT show is gonna be amazing, but what are they gonna do after that? That's where I'm at right now. I'm trying to move on that and continue to be excited. Like, oh my god, this guy who I've followed for the last few years is finally coming to the WWE. Uh, be excited for that. Like, yay, get the pom poms going. Uh, it goes to show you where they are as far as the talent situation right now because of the injuries. That they
Mm-hmm.
are reaching out and they're giving everybody that they can. It's all hands on deck. We need as many big name talents as we can to stem the tide of
Right.
game.
I mean, AJ is already on the main roster because they paid a pretty penny to get him, so they're going to get the most out of him. You know, Nakamura, I don't think he's going to be in NXT long. He's going to be facing Sami Zayn, which is going to be a hell of an opening, a hell of a match.
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty interesting selection. I mean they definitely I think know each other outside of uh
Mm-hmm.
wrestling before. I'm pretty sure that there's been Ring of Honor tours where they've, been together. I don't know, not I'm not like racking my brain, but not racking my brain that much. But professional wrestling circles being what they are, I'm sure they're familiar with each other.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure and they trust Sammy's gonna pretty safe opponent in a sense for Nakamura.
Yeah, somebody who could adapt to his style. I mean, I'm sure he's going to have to, tone down some of the striking,
Yeah,
or at least not quite be as stiff with everybody. I mean, I'm sure there's people that will try to accommodate him and just be like, yeah, man, if that's what's comfortable with you, that's fine. That's how you want to work. That's fine. It's more comfortable for me. Guys like Ryback.
mm-hmm.
Guys like Ryback was like, oh, I don't care. I'll hit him back. Well,
Yeah, yeah. Who apparently came
I'm
out
not
as gold.
again. Yeah, that's these are matches that I'm excited for. A Nakamura Ryback match.
it it opens up so many opportunities because here we have a guy in Shinsuke Nakamura who pretty much was the renaissance of New Japan in a sense. If
Yeah, I mean he was a guy that helped bring that company back to its former glory
mm-hmm.
and helped it get through a pretty dark time after Lesnar kind of like what's probably not be a great offense to an American audience, but what Lesnar did in Japan is like a major offense. Like he basically just said, "Yeah, no, I don't want to do this anymore," and then it was business related too. Like I want more money, allegedly. Um,
So he pretty much, in a sense, took his ball and went home.
basically, and he basically disgraced the company by doing so too. Like uh, not by refusing to do business basically on their terms.
Right.
He put the company in danger. Not only say danger of going under, but in danger of losing uh, ground to Noah, which was at the time being very
Their biggest competitor.
their
So
their biggest competitor, and who was doing far better business than them. Um, Nakamura was one of the $1 million prospects that they brought in that was supposedly going to you know lead them into the future. The other being Goto and Shibata. being on the other side. And yeah, I mean, the rest is history. Now we can write that now that his career is over with the New Japan. We could definitively say that he, helped establish that company as the brand that it is today, both in Japan and in America now. So he, in a sense, way, him coming here makes sense because he's conquered Japan, and now he's at the time in his career where, and the New Japan is safe in the hands of this other new guy that can lead them in the future after Nakamura leaves, even if he would want to retire and play out the rest of his career there. The company's now Okada's company.
Yeah.
And that moment of, Okada carrying Nakamura out of the ring on his shoulders, that's symbolic because that shows that's the passing of the torch. I know they didn't usually have passing of the torch matches against each other. That is about passing the torch, and you really saw the emotion in Okada too, because this is a guy who helped mentor him in the company. But put it this way, New Japan Wrestling is going to be just fine in the Okada era, I believe. I think that guy is talented enough to, lead any company. Yeah, I'm stoked. I'm hyped. I love it. I want it to happen now. I don't want it to wait to April. I want it to happen now. Now.
Yeah. I mean, this is.
We could see a replay of what I think is the best match of the year.
Yep.
Nakamura and AJ Styles.
Yes.
Nothing has been able to beat that so far, which I just watched that match again a couple days ago. Still holds up as the best match of the year for me.
Again, it's the idea that we could see, like we could idea, Styles and Rollins, or see we're getting Nakamura, Zayn, Owens, and Nakamura. Could possibly see that in WWE. I mean, just the possibilities are endless.
They could just have their match from War of the
War of the
Worlds.
Worlds.
Yeah. So, yeah. I am so happy. So happy. I mean, maybe now my expectations are going to be tempered going forward because this is the WWE, and
They're prone to fuck shit up.
They took two surefire, major big stars of Japan before, and kind of reduced them to secondary roles and shadows of their former selves.
Mm-hmm.
In some cases, I'm hoping they don't do that with Nakamura. I'm hoping that he's allowed to be himself and not get paid. Well, if Miguel were here, Miguel would be the pessimist and saying he's gonna have kabuki music and all that other stuff.
Oh God, yeah, it would be.
I'm hoping we hear a familiar tune when he comes out in Dallas.
Yes. And I want to hear that. It just comes down to he has that fucking song. I mean, and with what I saw of this card for Dallas, it's looking good. I mean,
I think the whole WrestleMania weekend is really starting to take shape. The Hall of Fame Hall of Fame class is looking good. If it's rumored what they're going to do,
it's Texas Appreciation Night.
It's exactly. I mean, I know I expressed a negative opinion about it earlier, but I don't have a problem with it. I just I don't like it to be so heavy-handed.
Yeah. It's
Freebirds are going in though, right? That's all that matters.
Yeah, as long as we get the Freebirds, I don't give a shit anyway else.
Yeah.
Although the celebrity inductee should honestly be Lemmy and not Regis. Nothing against Regis, but
nothing against Regis, but it should be Lemmy.
Really?
That was good.
Soundtrack of Triple H's career, man.
Soundtrack to a lot of people's career. Soundtrack to Randy Orton and Batista's career too, in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, the evolution theme kind of there's a lot of parallels to those guys' career. Anyway, yeah, I think Lemmy should be the or at least maybe not this year, maybe next year, is definitely deserving of the posthumous celebrity induction to the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Da, 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 da.
I mean, we hit everything, which is great.
Yeah, and like I said, there's nothing else really to talk about. I don't want to talk about fucking Marty Jannetty.
That really, the whole Marty Jannetty thing, fucking dirt sheets, man.
Yeah,
It just saw
that,
something rain with that without fact checking a goddamn thing.
Yeah, that would be the only thing I would talk about.
Yeah, there's really nothing to say on that, but.
Alright, how about today, Sunday, pray I don't see the Hulk Hogan and I break his fucking neck.
By the way, did you see Virgil's post for Black History Month?
Maybe we should start coming up with Virgil, and is it like the Black History Month where he's standing there with Ted DiBiase, like giving him a massage?
Yes.
Okay, I saw that one, yes. We should start coming up with the Virgil trying to get that fuck money post of the week.
I don't know. It's almost
that's a work. It's a work in progress. Give me some time.
Yeah, I'd almost find I'd like to do one of Kevin Owens' response of the week.
Maybe Kevin Owens troll moment of the week.
Yes, Kevin Trollins is what he is. He is fucking savage.
It's an art form. He's taking it to an art form. Maybe we can put this in the podcast if we want while I'm vamping.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's taking it to an art form. I was gonna post something in the forum today. I don't know when it was from, what house show, or maybe it was the SmackDown recording. But like him and Dean Ambrose are going at it, and they're like in the corner. It might have been from Royal Rumble. He's got her in the corner. He's like hammering on Dean Ambrose, and then he goes high fives a fan, and then goes right back to beating the crap out of Dean Ambrose. Kevin Owens is the man. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I dig it.
Iron Sheik tweet of the week. Iron Sheik tweet of the week.
Iron Sheik tweet of the week, man.
Let's do it. Thwart my plans.
Him, I dumped him. I want to know, are you the man or are you a fucking piece of shit? No good motherfucker. Fucking bullshit. Bullshit, Hulk Hogan. I'm the red. All American.
Alright, yes, another, the Bret Hart cancer story did make the Iron Sheik reach out on social media. Shaky Baby says, Bret Hart, I love you forever. Truer words have never been spoken when it comes to the sentiments of the entire wrestling family and community.
Yep.
But that is not our Iron Sheik tweet of the week. The Iron Sheik tweet of the week this week is a simple message from the world's greatest living Iranian American, and I'm hoping he means meteorological predicting rodents and not a seminal Bill Murray classic. But Iron Sheik just simply says this: "Fuck the Groundhog Day." And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your Iron Sheik tweet of the week.
Fucking bullshit!
Easy peasy lemon squeezy this week, folks. That was about like a half-hour show. What?
Something like that. When I edit it, it probably won't take as long. I'll get it at least up tomorrow night.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Not a whole lot to talk about. We are on the road to WrestleMania.
Yes.
It's coming up upon us. If you are making your trips to Dallas, have fun. I hope you're watching this with eager anticipation and keep a good attitude. And just remember, your experience is going to be magical, man. I know. I would be excited if I were you. Yeah, I'm too high right now. Fuck it, let's just end the show. Nicholas, do some plugs.
Yeah, I'm over on YouTube at the Gaming Pegasus 187, Facebook Nick Horaceck in the Wrestling/MMA Facebook group. I'm on Xbox Live, Wii U Pegasus 187, Instagram Supercard, Twitch Pegasus 187. I'm thinking about streaming Shovel Knight because why the fuck not? Whatever. But yeah, whenever I want to get around to it. But I'm all over the place. Twitter Gaming Pegasus 187. Brandon. take us out.
Yes. All right. Well, if you like me and you like this podcast, follow me on the Twitter at abrandon all hope. On the Twitch too. Sometimes it's just doing the Division playthrough of the beta. Beta was fun. I like the Division. You'll definitely see me playing more of that when it comes out March 8th. March 9th, whenever it comes out in March. Brando Calrissian 420 on the Twitch TV. Premier Pals. Listen to Premier Pals if you like the football, association football. Go out and support independent wrestling, obviously. If you like this podcast, if you like professional wrestling, you should support professional wrestling in its most purest form, without all the bells and whistles of lights, pyrotechnics, fancy video screens, and big arenas. You can see professional wrestling no matter where you live. I guarantee you, there is somebody within local driving distance. Reasonably, if you live in a metropolitan area, there is people trying to perform this great art of ours that we all love and enjoy, with not much but their dreams and the strong desire to want to do this for little to no money or little to no fanfare or appreciation. So that's the least you can do. That's the contract that you enter into. For myself, for Nick Horaceck, for I guess all of our various associates, I'm saying good night. Go forth and spread beauty and light, peace, love, and hunkiness. I'm gonna play my theme song and go play some video games. I'll watch X-Files.